Blood. 95 out of 100 will need it. Only 5 will give it. Which one are you? Most people don't think about blood if they can help it, but they should. Because the likelihood that you or someone close to you will have a need for blood is almost certain. Blood is the fluid of life, and while we now have artificial replacements for everything from hips to heart valves, modern science is yet to develop a substitute for blood. In America, the demand for blood is constantly on the rise, and the only source for that blood is donors like you who are willing to give just a little of yourselves in order to give life to others. Since nearly all of us are going to need blood or blood products at some time, it's ironic to think that only 5% of us actually donate. Why do so few give?
I'd like to give blood, but I don't have time.
Actually, you can work it into your lunch hour. Upon checking into the Topeka Blood Bank, you will be assigned a bar-coded identification number, just like you've seen at the supermarket, which will be used to label and track your donation. Then, you answer a few questions about your medical history and whether you've ever been exposed to hepatitis, the HIV virus which causes AIDS, or other transmittable diseases. This only takes a minute and is completely confidential. Then we'll get down to business, taking your temperature, blood pressure, pulse, and iron level. We do this to ensure your health as well as to safeguard the blood supply for the recipient. Now you're ready to give. So get comfortable for about 10 minutes while one of our trained professionals takes your donation. You can relax knowing that these procedures have been outlined by the American Association of Blood Banks and are closely monitored by the Food and Drug Administration. That's about it. We do ask that you stick around long enough to drink some juice because you need to replace the fluids lost during your donation. And then you're free to go. The entire process, from check-in to refreshments, took just about 45 minutes.
I'm chicken.
We hear that one a lot. And while no one can control your squeamishness or the fact that we need to use needles, you can reduce the possibility of side effects by eating a balanced meal and being well rested on the day of your donation.
Give blood? Too risky. I don't know where that needle's been, and I don't want to put myself at risk for AIDS.
You can't get AIDS or any other disease from giving blood. Our equipment is completely sterile. Each individually wrapped needle and bag is used only once and then safely discarded. There is no chance of any one donor coming in contact with the needle or blood of another.
I noticed that they use a new needle every time. They throw the used one away, and so with it being a new sterile needle, there's no way I could get a disease.
I already gave blood this year.
That's great, but the demand for blood is constant, and the Topeka Blood Bank is the only supplier of blood for many Northeast Kansas hospitals. Considering that these hospitals use nearly 20,000 units of blood a year, and that whole blood must be used within 42 days, you can see why the blood bank needs donors who are willing to give as often as they can.
I've given 3 gallons and 3 pints. I've been given for about 19 years, and I do it primarily for the people that receive it that aren't in a position to give blood themselves.
One little pint won't make any difference.
Not necessarily. A single pint of blood could make the difference between life and death for as many as 4 different individuals. Here's how it works. A unit of whole blood can be separated into 4 specific components: red cells, platelets, cryoprecipitate, and plasma, making it possible for patients to receive only those components necessary for treating their specific medical needs.
I'm sure those people who get paid for donating blood are giving enough for all of us.
Actually, 98% of the nation's blood is supplied by volunteers, and as a nonprofit organization, the Topeka Blood Bank relies solely on volunteers for its donations.
We support several projects in the community, one of which is the Topeka Blood Bank. We have 3 to 4 blood drives in-house every year and have over 200 employees sign up at each of our drives. We have people that have received 1-gallon pins, 5-gallon pins, up to 10 gallons. Our employees are pretty dedicated to serving their community any way that they can. And this is one way that you feel good when you give a pint of blood to save a life.
I'm healthy as a horse. The blood supply just doesn't affect me.
6 weeks ago, I gave birth to a beautiful, healthy baby girl. And within a few moments after the birth, I started hemorrhaging. And it became evident very quickly that it was a life-threatening situation. Well, before all the surgery and everything was done, I went through 31 pints of blood and 12 units of platelets and plasma. Now, I never thought that I would be a person that would need blood, but I needed it very badly at that moment and that time of my life. And I'm so thankful that other people have donated blood and that it was there for me at that time, because now Justin and Colin and Molly have their mom.
When it comes right down to it, there are plenty of good reasons to give blood and very few reasons not to. Look at it this way. By joining the 5% who make routine donations, we can greatly reduce the possibility of a blood shortage and increase the likelihood that blood will be available when you or someone you love become one of the 95% who needs it. Please, give to the Topeka Blood Bank.